different place. Here it tends to disrupt the panel, and other people that want to ask questions don't have a chance. So let's keep it to questions mainly, and just general awesomeness. So, who has a question for me? I saw that hand go up first in the green tank top.
Do you have any other nutty booth stories? Like corny booth stories?
Corny booth stories?
Nutty.
Nutty. I love you're like, no, nutty. As opposed to sweet, salty, bitter, or sour. Because I have those too. Yes, I have a lot of nutty booth stories because I am a very physical actor when it comes to, especially certain voices. They're just, my body moves in certain ways to get the voice out, and because you have to stay on mic, so you're not like, hits you, you have to kind of stay in place, which makes you look even more ridiculous. And by you, I mean me. And in Funimation, actually pulling a Tatum is their euphemism for looking like a complete jackass while you record. I've had some fun things happen in the booth. I've passed out before screaming. Oh, everyone's like, no, at Funimation that means like you're now part of an exclusive club called anyone who's worked on Dragon Ball. And so, yeah, seriously, I don't remember what it was. Actually, we were doing Vexiel. Anyone here a fan of the film Vexiel? Oh, one person, yay! The rest of you fail. There's a scene where the character I play has this crazy, just insane, top of the voice scream, and it's a CGI animated film, so it's not a very stylized flap. It's very human looking, and it's like his face is doing all his veins and his everything, and it's just like watching this. It's like 8 seconds long. That may not sound like a very long period of time, but the equivalent would be 8 seconds of standing on your head trying to drink a glass of water while someone is continually punching you in the stomach. Ergo, an eternity. And so Mike McFarland, of course, who's from the Dragon Ball group, is like, oh yeah, let me show you how to do this, because I was new to the screaming at the time. This was early days for me. And he got up there in front of the mic and makes it look like it's the easiest thing in the world. He's like, yeah, Mike McFarland. And I'm like watching this going, I'm so screwed. Got in the booth, and we did a couple of takes. And every time Mike's very careful because they blow your voice out when you do this. And it was a top of the voice scream remind for 8 seconds. And I'm like, ah! This is like a tiny version of that same scream. And I get to the end of it, and then your breath just tapers off, and you see stars. And I'm like, how long was that? Mike would be like, 4 seconds. So we did this over and over again, and finally, my last time, I got exactly to 8.5 seconds because they needed just a little more time than a second, so he can taper it off because they cut away from the scream to something else, so it can't be just like exactly 9 seconds because it'll be like cut. Doesn't work. So I did it, and just as I got it to 8 out, and I'm watching the time code, and I'm like world goes dark.